winning the pole in qualifying. And so even though that yellow line is where the pit road speed limit ends, the scoring line is right there just past Carl's pit stall.
Like almost every car took 4 tires there. I expected to see maybe 1 or 2 of the guys in the back take 2 to try to just get some track position. This is going to be the run, though, this first run, that will wear the tires the most. They'll get at least an indication now of where they stand. See, everybody's interested in that tire wear.
And with just the 15 laps of green flag racing, it's a little soon to make the prediction that, gee, everything's good. But
no, you can look at that, though, and they'll measure this where you see how they're getting the loose rubber off of the tires with that little torch and scraper. They'll look and see how much wear they had in those 15 laps, and they can kind of project it forward and see where they would be at the end of their fuel run. I expect, too, if we have a green run, that we'll see guys short pitting. They won't run it till it runs out of gas. They'll get those tires off as quick as they can.
Now, interesting here, Michael McDowell did not pit in the 98 car, so he is the leader of the race. So instead of Jimmy Johnson being alongside Carl Edwards on the front row, McDowell, as the leader, has chosen the outside lane. That puts Johnson now third behind Edwards and shuffles Dale Jr. to the outside lane, Matt Kenseth to the outside lane, and so on.
You almost have to question that call for McDowell. He's going to be in a hornet's nest here on this restart.
Update from pit road, Doc.
You talked about morning to look at tires. I know it's only been 15 laps, but, back when they were testing here a couple weeks ago, Matt Kenseth had a tire at 9 laps, have an issue, and he went into the wall. And what they were looking at, primarily the inside shoulder here. This is the right front of Jimmy Johnson's car. Tire wear looks really, really good. No graining, no separation. I realize only 15 laps, but they're really very pleased with what they've seen here, and a good chance for them to get in here and take a look at the right front tire here early on of the 5-time champ.
And while we were getting that report from Doc, you see the picture has changed at the front of the field. Michael McDowell has pulled over and dropped to the back of the line. So that puts Carl Edwards as the control car and just moves everybody up in the outside lane. So now Junior is on the outside of the front row for the restart. Kevin Harvick. Wow. Making up spots in the big run for Ryan Newman in the 39 also.
Good time here early in the race just to test that in case you find yourself in that position later on today to see what kind of grip is there now. It's only going to get better as we get into the nighttime.
Whoa, hang on. Marcus Ambrose with a little wiggle and wobble, but he gathered it back up. You're going so fast here. And when that car steps out like that, and a driver grabs that wheel and hangs onto it, that's got to get your heart racing.
Yeah, I was kind of chuckling to myself as you said a little wiggle. Only at 175 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But it may just look, and it does look that way from here. But I say inside the car, that's a huge moment for a driver. But the speeds are just incredible. Those seams that you see there, too, that kind of separate these lanes, have a big part in the way that these cars handle also. You have to be careful there, especially on low air pressure.
Kevin Harvick on the restart. Watch this outside move that he made. Took the green in 12th, and here he goes.
But he had been running that far outside lane right before the caution came out, so he knows what grip level is out there. A lot of these other cars had not ventured up there yet.
Yeah, you could see he actually, as he got about 3/4 of the way between turns 1 and 2, he had to come out of the throttle just a little bit. The car was kind of bouncing, moving around just to make sure that it was under him enough, but that was a great move.
Gave a little bit of the ground back.